Let's talk about the problem of knowing. The problem of knowing things. You know, sometimes we classify and categorize things. And we classify and we categorize people. And that becomes what we know. We know that one person is an atheist. You know, he's an atheist. We have a label. What does that mean? What do you know about that person? You know, now you could say, well, they lack a belief in God. But you know, in a funny way, that doesn't tell you anything. You may think it tells you a lot. And sometimes we think that words and labels tell us a lot. We have another person, they're a theist. Okay. But then there are other labels like pantheist and other type of eist or whatever. You know, there's so many different labels in the world. And we think we know so much. Sometimes we think the labels that we give to people equals the knowledge that we have of people. The labels we give to people is not equal to the knowledge that we have about somebody. You see, I think about people that I know. People I have to interact with all the time, every day. People I've known for years. Members of my family. And you know, every day I'm learning something new. So there's never a point in which you have all of the knowledge. It's like an eternal process. It goes on and on and on. And you can learn something new every day. Just like we learn something new about our world every day. But people who want things put in nice little neat categories, you know, life becomes difficult for somebody like that. They want a world that's controllable. And one way in which we can control the world, at least have the illusion of control, is through labels. Labels are a way of controlling people. You know, people think they know everything about me because I'm black. They think they know everything about me because I'm an American. They know everything about me because I'm a middle-aged man. They think they know everything about me because I live in the city. I live in Chicago. You know, there's lots of things you don't know. You know, I'm diabetic. So you may think you know a lot of things. So all those things, you even put all those things together and say, well, I know all those things about Philip. I even know his name, so it's a lot. But you know, one thing we have to realize is that a lot of times, even when we know people for 20 years or 30 years, we don't know. A person is not whatever you label them to be. They are something else that labels can never fully capture. If you really want to get to know people, you have to interact. All knowledge comes from experience, and that experience comes from interacting with people. It can't be put in little neat packages and neat little categories. And I've seen situations where people want to do that. They struggle with life because life and reality refuses to cooperate with being packaged and labeled and put in little neat little things. Just when you think you know something, some new fact comes along and totally changes everything, so you got to start all over again. To me, I don't have a problem with that. That's okay with me. You know, that's perfectly okay. You know, it's good to know and to learn. You have to be open-minded to things, open-minded to people, and open to learning new things, instead of falling in love with whatever label you put on a person. When you do that, then you're dealing with a label and not with the person. I mean, not only with people, this could be true with animals, it could be true with things in nature. You know, like this morning I made a video of Lake Michigan, and I just looked at how amazing it was to see the sun coming up over the lake and realizing how beautiful it is. And I've been in this area for 20 years. You see beauty in everything. There's so many things. And you can miss out on a lot when you get distracted by labels, and that everything has to conform to the label. Reality has to conform to the words, to whatever it is you say. And you try to force it. And I've seen people do this. The more you try to force reality to fit in, it throws you off. It makes you anxious and it makes you upset, and you miss out on so much instead of just accepting things for what they are. Having an open mind, getting to know people, and know that whatever it is you know today, you still know very little. You know, the universe we live in, even our immediate universe, is so big that we can only scratch the surface of knowing things. And to me, that's a wonderful thing. You know, exploring things, getting to know people, that's a wonderful thing. That's not a bad thing. The unknown isn't something to be scared of. You can't convert everything into something that's known by just throwing a label on it. And I always think that putting labels on things is really an attempt to try to control the world, trying to control reality itself. Something which you can't do. You cannot tame reality with labels. You just can't do it. You cannot tame reality with labels. You have to realize a lot of things in reality don't neatly fit into categories. And that's just the truth. That's the way it is.